Welcome to Stenchcast.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Stenchcast. That's right, we have a second episode for you this summer, and we hope to continue for at least one more, probably.
We'll see.
No, we do genuinely intend on every week for this summer. But, yeah, I'm Pench.
And I'm Smench.
And how are you doing today, Smench? What have you been up to?
Doing pretty well. As you can see,
I don't give a fuck.
I'm playing Kingdom Hearts, which I've
Yeah,
never
that
before
didn't
played on Stenchcast ever before.
Yeah, they don't care.
And it's going pretty good. I'm in the...
Nah, it's going horrible. It's like shit.
How'd you know?
Oh.
But yeah.
Continue.
You sure you want me to?
Yeah.
You're talking. It sounded like you didn't really want me to. But yeah, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts here. Epic, funny, fun time at the very tail end of the tutorial where you fight the little tutorial boss, but just how it goes. I'm gonna try and speed through this game as fast as I can. I've played it hundreds of times. Not actually, but it feels like I have, because I have hundreds of hours in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going pretty good today. I got some Taco Bell today. Not sponsored, but it'd be epic if we were. Hey, Taco Bell, you should sponsor us. My battery's low on my controller. That's actually really epic.
We're
that tells
literally
me that.
only the most powerful, popular podcast on YouTube
Oh,
in
yeah.
the world, actually.
Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah.
Undebated. What's the word? Not undefeated.
Unrivaled, maybe?
No. Undisputed. Yeah, there we go.
That'll
Undisputed.
work. Yeah. We're truly the champions of podcasts across the globe, with billions of views per episode.
I've been
Minus
saying that.
billions of views per episode, but we don't talk about that. But yeah, epic funny talk about time. And they have some new items as of today. I remember last episode I was talking about Taco Bell, as I do, because I'm a fiend for it. And I was talking about the Diablo Dusted crispy chicken nuggets. Those are great. I am unsure if they still have them, because they don't have them on the menu. But they do have, like, the sauces still, so it makes me think that they may have just run out of the chicken nuggets. Either that, or they're just offloading the sauces and just trying to get them out by selling them. But either way, they have new items. The first item is, I'm going to talk about the one I haven't had yet, because I don't have much to say about it, because I haven't had it. It is the Cantina Chicken Crunch Wrap, which... Or no, not Crunch Wrap, sorry, Mexican Pizza, that's what it is. I like me a good Mexican pizza. They're pretty good. And this one has chicken instead of beef, and they also like throw some beans on there, because, you know, why not? And it's... well, I don't know what it is, because I haven't had it, but it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good. They also released it with a new sauce. It's like a... whatever the fuck it's called. Something citrus salsa. I don't remember the exact name of it. Again, haven't had that yet, so I can't really give my opinion on that. But the other two items that they do have that I can give my opinion on are the shredded beef dipping taco, which I think is pretty good. It tastes pretty good. It comes with a little cup of, I think they call it red sauce, and, you know, it's pretty good. But the only thing I have to complain about it is probably the price, because I think it's like $4 for a single taco, which is just completely unnecessary. But if you get it in the Discovery Lux box deal, you can get that plus a bunch of other items for like $9. It's pretty good.
There you go.
So the item itself,
folks, Taco Bell is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, first item is pretty good, and it's just the price. But if you get the deal, it's fine. Second item that I've had that's also new, and the third item that's just new in general, is they have their little Cinnabon Delights. Those are not new, but they have them and they're good. But now they have them and they're strawberry. I think they just like put strawberry dust on it with the cinnamon dust, because the filling is the same. The general
It's cum.
It's cum. the general like base of the pastry. I don't know exactly what it is. I guess pastry maybe. I don't know. Of the delight, I guess, is still the exact same. And then they just rolled in cinnamon dust, but this one they roll it. I think it still has cinnamon dust on it, but it's also in like this like strawberry sort of sugar dust. And it's pretty good. But
Epic.
yeah, so that was my delightful Taco Bell experience for this evening that I enjoyed.
There you go.
And it was epic, and I watched a funny German 985 compilation of him laughing at car crashes.
God.
Not like actual real-life car crashes, just video game shit. But
Like Roblox dash cam recreations.
BeamNG, however the fuck you say that, BeamNG Drive.
BeamNG Drive.
Yeah. Funnily enough, The Sims.
Those are epic, to be fair.
Yeah, he had The Sims in there because he would, he downloaded a funny mod that allows you to just, like, kill people. One of them is a car running someone over. Laughed at that. The classic GTA 4 clip of, I believe it was Stir, was driving his funny motorcycle, and hit a guy directly in the head in an alleyway while he was smoking a cigarette. That was a great one.
Yeah.
Just any game that has a car in it, you know. It doesn't even have to be a car, honestly. Half of them were just, like, obscure vehicles. But yeah, it was very very fun and entertaining and such.
There you go.
Indeed. So how about your day? I've been talking all about my day. How was your day?
Not bad. I've spent most of it editing a new video.
Oh yeah.
So this fucking dickhead just had to go and spoil my fucking what I was gonna say like a dickhead. Yeah, not only was I cranking out awesome fucking edits, I was cranking my fucking hog. That's
on
what
camera.
I was gonna say. But no, yeah, I'm actually Darkside Phil on Twitch. No, but I've been editing pretty much all day, and I'm not gonna say anything about that video yet, but it's gonna be a fucking good one. It's one of those, like, it's been a while since I've made a video essay. There have been a few Left 4 Dead videos between those, and it's no secret that I do not have the passion for Left 4 Dead content anymore.
Oh, I know.
I wonder why. And so, like, my editing for those videos has got a lot more lazy as time went on. But with this, it's a good assurance as to the fact that I'm not burnt out from YouTube. I was just burnt out from Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Because I am very meticulously checking like every second of the video to make sure it flows well, that the edits are fun or funny. It's going really well.
Epic.
And again, I'm not gonna say anything content-wise about the video. I just made a Tyranid warrior shoot his friend in the head. That was fucking awesome.
All right, so you spoiled the entire video. That's what it was about.
Yeah. A Tyranid warrior in Space Marine 2 shooting his Tyranid warrior friend in the face.
Yep.
After me dodging what he was trying to shoot at me. No, but yeah, I'm excited for the video. I'm excited for people to see it. It's still a ways off. You know, I'd say about 10% is done. So it's still gonna be a while, but it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a freaking good one.
But aside from that, right now I'm playing Space Marine 2, which is why I imagine you can probably hear my controller when I'm spamming buttons. I'm playing a hard stratagem, which their difficulty is by default the hardest difficulty in the game, absolute. And you know, we're having to lock in a little bit here, but for any of you Warhammer fans, you might be delighted to know that I have found a full squad of like-minded individuals. We are all Black Templars, which is really fucking cool. Doesn't happen very often to me. The last time it did, the game disconnected us all. The server fucking died. So
this is not
I didn't get to
allowed.
play with them. Literally. But not this time, so far at least. It's going well. Speaking of Space Marine 2 and Warhammer in general, at the time we're recording this, Thursday, May 21st, Warhammer Skulls has started, which, if you're not familiar with Warhammer, is this big, I think it's a week-long event where they celebrate their projects and show off whatever they're working on, whether it's new games or updates for those games or new models or new shows, movies, whatever.
What have you?
And what was announced this time today was the newest update for Space Marine 2, which the update that I'm currently playing. It adds capes, it adds new helmets, it adds a new game mode, or sorry, a new mission for the PvE. I wouldn't say overhauls the siege mode, but it gets a passover. New optimizations, which my game still stutters quite a bit, unfortunately, but, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Exactly, it's a fun game.
For now.
And I am absolutely fucking dog-walking this lictor. But, also announced was the release date for Dawn of War 4, which is a game I'm looking very much forward to. And the pre-order is also open for it, which I very well may be doing. It's coming out almost on the same day that Space Marine 2 came out, funnily enough, 2 years after the game will have been out, which was September 9th, 2024, I believe. So I think it was the day before my birthday. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's a RTS game. And then Total War, Warhammer 40k. I didn't get anything, unfortunately. That is still very vague as to what's happening with it, but still another game I'm very much looking forward to. In any case, though, there's a lot to look forward to. One other thing that was announced was a collaboration between Helldivers 2 and Warhammer 40k, finally. There's going to be a legendary war bond for Helldivers 2. Unfortunately, though, when they talked about it in the announcement, they said, we're excited to reveal more later this year. Which, if you know anything about the current state of Helldivers, says a lot about it, unfortunately. Also the fact that they're, of course, after promising, like, yeah, okay, that was awesome. After saying that, like, yeah, you know, we know players aren't happy with the state of the game. Things are really not good right now. Players are really upset with us. We're sitting at mostly negative reviews on Steam at the moment. We probably shouldn't be focusing on Warbond related updates, and we're not going to. We said we're not going to. We're going to focus on, you know, optimization, balance updates, and everything, and then new Warbond. At the same time, though, Helldivers, the dev team for Helldivers, Arrowhead, is very, 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 very in bad habit of saying things are on the horizon and then they come like 2 years, later. They are just utterly, extremely slow to do everything that they announce. And usually the things that they do are somewhat poorly executed. Which sucks to say. You know, I've had a lot of good things to say about Helldivers in the past, but unfortunately their Arrowhead is genuinely one of the dumbest developers I've ever seen in my life. And that's really saying a lot, considering how many times I've ranted about 343, aka Halo Industries, or Halo Studios, sorry, and Ubisoft as a company. But either way, despite the fact that I probably won't see it until I'm fucking 40 years old, I am very excited for the Helldivers Warhammer collab. I was talking with some friends earlier today about what might be in it. We're thinking there's probably going to be some Astra Militarum stuff. It could be that there will be like a Deathport Krieg and a Cadia skin. or armor set. I'm thinking it'll probably be Acadian Guardsman and Acadian Commissar. And as for weapons, I'm really not expecting much. I don't know. I think a las gun, like a las rifle, is a no-brainer. I feel like that's probably going to be in the game. But I don't know. The rest of it, I'm just as in the dark as everyone else. I would love in a Star Tease like a Space Marine based armor set, something that looks vaguely close to it. But
yeah,
you know, either way, it's a big fucking year for Warhammer. I've seen a lot of people within the Warhammer community saying that we are currently in the golden era of Warhammer. So I got in at a really good fucking time.
What makes you say that? The thing you just said, maybe? Nah.
You know, the multiple games coming out, the multiple shows / movies coming out, the massive surge in popularity with Warhammer. That's probably nothing.
No, that's not it.
And then also, just in general, we are going to have one hell of a fucking month in June, Joe. We have the EA State of Play, I believe. We have the PlayStation. What's their event called?
Like State of Play, I think.
Okay, yeah, okay. I don't know why I said EA there. I caught myself on it. Wait, isn't that PlayStation's thing? I meant, yeah, PlayStation State of Play. We have the Xbox Games Showcase. We have Summer Games Fest. We're looking at a big fucking June. A lot of announcements, new games, probably a lot of big updates for already existing games. I'm really fucking excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, indeed. And speaking of games that are coming out, games that have come out that we're very excited for, that have epic potential,
Hollow Knight Silksong
finally has a release date. Everyone's been waiting for it for years.
12 years, or sorry, 22 years too late.
Yeah. Guys, finally Half-Life 2 is here. So we can stop playing Gary's mod.
And I heard that there's an episode 1 and 2 coming out for Half-Life 2.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
And apparently some bullshit ass game called Portal and Team Fortress, who gives a shit?
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, that's our
we haven't done enough Left 4 Dead content.
Yeah. It's the only game that exists. Half-Life was actually originally in a Left 4 Dead mod.
Oh shit. Hold on. Continue talking. I'll be back.
All right. But yes, Subnautica 2, everybody's favorite game ever. I think I'm going the wrong way. No, I think I'm going the right way actually. It's been a second. It's been a hot sec. No, then I go. Yeah, no, okay. We're good. We go back to the accessory studs. But yeah, Subnautica 2 dropped a couple days ago here. Actually, a week ago. Today marks a week ago. And I bought it. Well, I pre-purchased it actually. And I also pre-purchased it for Jordan here. And on the 14th, when it came out, we sat down and we played the fudge out of Subnautica 2. And it is a very wonderful game. When I heard it was coming out in early access, I expected something maybe not similar to Subnautica 1. I mean, they're an established team, Unknown Worlds.
Come on!
I gotta fight Squall, aka Leon, because they call him Leon in this game. That's not his name. I'm getting my fucking ass kicked. You don't have to win this fight, but I want to. I'm gonna flex on him. But yeah, so I knew it wasn't going to be exactly like Subnautica 1, and I didn't expect it to be exactly like Subnautica 1's early release. Or not early release, but what the fuck's it called? Early access. Holy shit. But I was still very surprised. Again, I didn't have, like, super high expectations. I'm getting my fucking ass handed to me now. I didn't have super high expectations. What with the craft and shit going on, I don't know how that affected the game in any, like, if that affected the game in any way. Thankfully I don't think it really did, other than maybe, like, they could have fit a bit more in had they not had to deal with the lawsuit and shit, but whatever. I really didn't expect,
No way.
and I'm not gonna go too heavily into spoilers just in case someone hasn't, for some reason someone's watching Stenchcast before playing or watching someone play Subnautica 2. If you're doing that, you're crazy. But I'm gonna refrain from spoilers as much as I can here. But I did not expect it to have as much story as it did. It had, the early access has, like, a good chunk of story already implemented. It's not the whole story, obviously, but it's quite a decent chunk of story that they have already in the game, and it was very surprising, very pleasantly surprising, as I genuinely kind of just expected more of a sandbox experience as opposed to a survival experience. I guess it would still be a survival experience, it's just survival with no story, but...
This fucking dumbass expected a sandbox experience in a survival horror game.
Yeah, you're right.
Dumbass. Idiot.
Yep, because I didn't say sandbox-like, I just said sandbox. I said this is going to be Sandbox 2. Gmod
Yeah.
2's successor to Sandbox is Gmod 2, and Gmod 2 is Sandbox, and Subnautica 2 is Sandbox 3, 2, and that's,
Maca-doo-doo.
yeah, we don't save in this household. It's
Dummy.
dangerous out there. Okay.
Idiot, stupid, loser.
Do not. Do not. Do not.
Anyway, continue.
Do not.
With your loser fucking ramblings.
Says the loser. So anyway, back to the loser story.
Dude, what the fuck? Take it back.
Yeah, epic Subnautica 2 awesome moments. But yeah, we played that, and it was very, very nice. Blew my expectations out of the water. I'll stop. But, yeah, and we didn't...
I have something for you. Here, take this, okay?
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this part here, okay? You see it?
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh.
You're gonna put that in your mouth, okay?
Yeah.
Not yet, not yet.
Oh,
Don't
no,
do it yet.
okay.
And then you put your finger on this part, right?
Oh, okay, yep.
And then when it's in your mouth, and you're gonna have the safety off, make sure you, like, it's on right now. Make sure you turn it off when you're ready. But when it's in your mouth, you pull the trigger.
Okay. Now?
You ready?
Now? Yeah, now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Subnautica 2, expectations, awesome time. But yeah, we didn't only just play Subnautica 2. No. Well, Jordan did. But I recorded it. That's right. I have footage, 12 hours of footage of us playing Subnautica 2, most of which is going to be cut out because it's just resource grinding, especially towards the end. We just couldn't...
I did some off-camera mining.
Yeah. No, well, not cut. I'm going to make like a montage or some shit, but at the end there we could not find a specific resource for the life of us and took like an hour
Oh my
to fucking
god,
find.
yeah.
And that also happened in the beginning, actually. We couldn't find a resource and we had to go for like an hour finding it.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of montage of us
History repeats
trying to
itself.
find shit. Yeah. But...
And it's funny because that said resource is significantly easier to find than it is in the first game. So we're just actually fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's very close. But well, it's a mixture of we're stupid, but also the amount of like posts I saw on Instagram of other people not being able to find it as well.
Fair.
That being turned like a
So
meme.
everyone's
like,
stupid.
Can't find it. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be made into a video. I don't know how I'm gonna divvy it up because I have 4 separate recordings because I kept running out of space on my drive. But I have 4 separate recordings, so I'm thinking I might like chop it up into maybe 4 segments or something, or like 4 videos. I mean, but depending on how much montage I have to do of just resource grinding, it could be fewer than 4 episodes, but we'll see. And that's what I'm gonna be working on tomorrow. Is the first episode. So I have off tomorrow, and I don't really think, not really any other things I have to do. I'm gonna fucking die. But yeah, it's gonna be epic. Not the dying, not me dying part. That's not gonna be epic, but the editing part. I have in mind.
Editing, he's gonna be cranking his hog. Yeah.
Well, you didn't have to spoil it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that doesn't feel good, does it? Yeah. You know what's gonna feel good? You when you're cranking your hog. But now
you know what's
you're
gonna feel good?
How he spoiled it.
You
So
know,
it's not gonna feel good anymore.
Actually, I think I know what's gonna feel good. I'm gonna put this back in my mouth, and I'm just gonna hold. Yeah, but yeah. It's funny. It's gonna be epic. Cause I have in mind a few edits while I was recording it. I was like, oh yeah, I could do this and that, and then just like thinking back on it, some of the things I did. I'll probably have forgotten all of it by tomorrow. That's just how I am. But you know, you always make the edits when you're going through the footage, editing it and such. Is there anything you wanted to talk about regarding Subnautica 2?
Mostly just that. Hold on. Hey, can I borrow that for a sec?
Yeah, here you go. Oh, we did.
Anywho, I hit that right against my teeth. That sucked.
I think that's the least of your worries with what you just did.
No. But anyway, yeah, no, initially, when I played Subnautica 1 for the first time, I didn't like it. It was not my favorite game in the world. It was very boring to me. Now, to be fair, I think I mostly only, probably, no, not even mostly, probably exclusively played the creative mode, and also didn't know like the multitude of different like upgrades that things can have, so I would just spawn in the base shit expecting that was the best version of it, and then be bored as hell by said things.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't play the game anymore after that. So when Subnautica 2 was announced, I really didn't pay it any mind.
So
But when the stories about Crafton and whatnot, which by the way, fuck Crafton, came out, I started like rooting for the developers quite a bit more. Which by the way, they just recently got into a little bit of hot water over their EULA, which was written entirely by Crafton, because of fucking course it was.
Yeah.
One of the rules of said EULA was the you cannot make content of this game. You can't record it and post it. You can't stream it. That's all against the law, and we will sue you for copyright infringement.
Would have sucked for me.
In their big Discord, their big Dickcord.
Oh.
That was brought to the devs' attention over at Unknown Worlds, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, no, that's this was written by Crafton. Pay no mind to this. You guys can do whatever the fuck you want with this. Even when people pirated the game and released it 2 days early, they're like, "Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but we get people can't afford the game, so you know, it is what it is. We wish people would buy it, but eh." So I started rooting for the game quite a bit more, but I still wasn't super interested in it. And then the prospect of playing it with Joe on release came to me, and suddenly I was very interested in the game. I didn't know anything about it, really. Joe was, kind of my tour guide, even though we were both experiencing it for the first time. And we worked pretty well together, I think, in Subnautica. Better than in most games.
Yeah. Well, a lot of Subnautica is like us being apart and doing our own thing, kind of. So I think that helped it a lot.
Yeah.
There was less, less. What's the word? Like, fuck.
Poaching of me off of you.
No, it's a specific word I'm looking for. There was less motivation for us to fuck with each other, like we do in like every other fucking game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good point. But yeah, no, Subnautica 2 is great. We had a lot of fun with it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Even the lowest points weren't nearly as bad as some of the highest points in some of the other games that have come out recently, so I'll take it. And then I went back and played Subnautica 1. Well, started playing Subnautica 1. It was on sale for, I think, like $4, right? And
somewhere around there,
I
yeah.
got some money from things that I sold on CS2 and didn't even have to pay real money for it, which I can't. Joe actually bought Subnautica 2 for me, almost at 3.
Yeah, we skipped a game.
Yeah. And I'm gonna pay him back later when I have cash, or if you want me to do it via a Steam wallet, I could do it now even.
Whatever works for you, I don't really care.
Especially since, that's a. I'll talk about that after this. But yeah, no, Subnautica 2 is great. Subnautica 1, I am still not in love with it as much as I am Subnautica 2. There are some things that I just can't get behind, like resources being kind of random in the way that, you know, they're at least accessible to me right now are 3 different ways of getting resources, or at least that I've found, which is limestone, sandstone, and the
Slate.
slate. No, it's shale.
Shale.
The shale outcrops.
Sort of this.
And those all have like 2 different or 3 different things that they can give you. And it's kind of a gamble which one you get. You can go for ores, but I don't have the ability to do that yet. So, you know. So getting resources is a bit of a bother for me right now. I've got to a point where things are starting to pick up. I have the mech suit. Don't tell me. Prawn suit. So that part's going well, at least. But I don't know. I feel like I've been a lot slower to get ahead in the game, which is more than likely my own fault. But there are still things that I think could have been done better.
Yeah, well, that's what they did when they made Subnautica 2,
yeah. But still, it's not like I regret buying the game at all. I'm still having fun with it. But on to the next thing that I kind of just reminded myself of just now. The fact that...
That was yesterday.
Yeah, my mom and I had a very interesting conversation yesterday. Obviously, I'm in college. I still live with my mom. And usually I, like Joe, at least he works year round. I work in the summers because, again, I go to college.
I'm sorry.
But in the summers, I work at Subway. And last night, when my mom was finishing up making dinner, she sat me down and said, hey, there are a lot of things that I want to be able to do this summer with you. For a long time, since like my junior year of high school, we have talked about going to Washington, D.C. We have talked about visiting her side of the family a few hours away. And working at Subway, freeing up my schedule that much to do that and more would be a little difficult. So she asked me, not demanded, not anything like that. She requested that I keep my schedule free. I don't go back to Subway, and I just focus on YouTube full time. I don't like, that's not something that many people's parents have ever done. Most popular YouTubers you hear about nowadays when they talk about, you know, were their parents supportive? It was usually no. They told me to get a real job and threatened to kick me out of the house or some shit.
That was also like most of them are like the OG YouTubers, and that was before it was like widely known that YouTube can make money.
Yes. But with especially last summer, my mom has seen that not only can YouTube get you money, but I'm capable of making money on YouTube. After my family comes first essay. Oh, sorry, I had to lock in for a second. Which I made a pretty good amount of money off of that, thankfully. Which I've never done YouTube for money. This summer I will be, but
Donald's
it's still
dead.
nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Donald died.
But it's just, it's nice. It's not something I ever expected my mom to say to me. She's always been supportive of me doing YouTube.
Yeah.
But I never knew she would be that supportive.
Yeah, that is epic.
Oh! Yeah, I just... So yeah, it's still a decision that I'm kind of thinking about. I don't want to immediately say... I don't immediately want to make that commitment, because if the video that I'm currently working on doesn't do well, then I will need to go back. That's just reality.
We could just make another video. Go back to
Well, no, but I mean, like, if things on YouTube don't go well this summer, then...
Oh, this... Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant, like, just the next video. If the next video doesn't do well,
No.
like, alright, I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel. It was a good game, guys.
One try, that's it.
Yeah. That's all I got. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all I got in me. No, but that is something that I'm very heavily considering and leaning on, or leaning towards, I should say, is that I may be doing YouTube full-time this summer. And because of that, I can't let myself slack off, you know? I didn't have a whole lot of videos last summer. Much to my own detriment. And my channel's detriment.
Yeah.
But, you know, I intend on actually... what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, locking in, I guess. So yeah, no promises, obviously, but expect more from me this summer, I guess.
Indeed. And with you uploading videos, that has a secondary effect that inspires me to get more videos out, so expect maybe more videos from me as well.
Yeah. We're basically saying nothing right now. Like, oh yeah, no promises, but we'll maybe, probably, perhaps, but
no promises, but this will probably happen. So get ready for if it happens, maybe.
Yeah, but also, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. Also, fuck you.
And we love you.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe.
On some days, yeah. Every so often, anyway.
But yeah, no, because of that, I was gonna wait to buy anything, which I'm still not gonna be super, frugal is when you buy a lot, right?
Frugal is whenever you avoid buying.
I'm still gonna be frugal, with my money until whatever paycheck comes. Even then, I'm still gonna try and save up. I'm trying to get a car. But yeah, I can afford a little better to pay my $30 debt to Joe.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, brand new game launching for $30. Early access, yes, but still fucking awesome.
Honestly,
Speaking
with
of which,
more
Dawn of War 4 is launching at 60, which I did not expect. I thought it was going to be 70.
Yeah, Subnautica 2 honestly has more content than, like, some $60 games, I will say.
Yes. It sure as shit has more content than Subnautica 1 did at launch. Me and Joe talked about that pretty extensively. No pun intended, sincerely, it blows Subnautica 1 launch completely out of the fucking water. Yeah.
Indeed. I think a good way to look back at Subnautica 1, like, early release days, was, Jacksepticeye's playthrough. I mean, he didn't play it like the first version that came out, but he played it, like, really early on, and then because I'm rewatching the whole series, like, as I play other games in my spare time, which isn't often, honestly, but, it gets to a point where, like, he has done everything in, like, the current build, and he, like, I think he, like, takes, like, a year break or something, comes back, and the game, it still, like, has that early access field, but like there's so much more of it. And I was very like intrigued by how much of the game was already there in early access, because like a lot of the fish, especially, for some reason I thought only the peeper was like the peeper was like the only like edible fish that was swimming around in the air bladder, but it had like literally all of the other fish like in the early access, which I did not expect at all. Even though I should have, because I grew up watching Jacksepticeye play Subnautica, which is why I was so into Subnautica. But, you know,
Being able to see grew up watching Jacksepticeye play Subnautica is insane. Number one, because of like how long that series was, but number two, because of how fucking long ago it was.
Yeah. Like, a part of me... there's like a small part of me that kind of,
Which,
envy...
by the way, we're still working on Jacksepticeye
Yeah. Yeah. One day.
One of
day
these
we'll get
days.
him
You
on.
know, he said he's busy this time,
Yeah.
but, you know.
Yeah, look out for that one day, maybe. No promises. We might get him on.
Perhaps. Probably.
You know,
Probably not.
if we feel like it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, part of me envies you because you got to like experience Subnautica like full release from start to finish, like play it. But at the same time, if I didn't grow up watching Jacksepticeye play it, following through every single like new update where they added stuff, like the I remember like when they just added the big like alien base on the island, like with the gun. And he was like, "Oh, what does it do?" There was like you couldn't like go fully into it. I don't think you could go into it. There was nothing. It was just there, and it was like so much speculation what was going to be there, and just like exploring, people trying to get in, and it was just like, oh, it was so good. And
Yeah.
having that experience is, I think, definitely better than playing the game. At least for me, like playing the full release, like completely blind. Oh.
Yeah.
This is not the right place.
But also, it's nice to buy a new release game that you actually play.
Oh, yeah.
Joe can talk to you all about that.
I didn't know what you were talking about. Every new release game I bought,
Monster
I
Hunter
played.
Wilds.
I played it.
Indiana Jones.
I played it.
Yeah. For how long? How many hours do you have in both of them combined?
Multiple hours.
I have at least 3.
There's a few.
There's a couple of them.
There we go. So.
Whereas, like, just to put in perspective, if you don't really pay attention to hours, Space Marine 2 came out about a year and a half ago. I have 439 hours in it.
Ow!
I love this game. Better yet, Subnautica 2 as an example. A game that you can complete in like 12 hours, I reckon. I have 32 hours in it.
Wrong fucking way like a dumbass.
You can probably do it even faster than that. Because there's not really anything barring you from completing the game. Like, there's no, like, artificial barriers or anything in your way. You could swim straight to the endgame area.
Yeah.
If you felt so inclined.
There's so many glitches you can get to the like top of the fucking tree in that game.
Yeah. Which, I was gonna ask you, I want to try that rebreather glitch where you send the fucking sea moth, or, sorry, the tadpole to space.
Yeah. There's one with, it's like, based on like frame rate, but it's like only, like the host can't do it. But if you lower, like if you join my game and lower your frame rate, if you use the air bladder, you will actually go fucking flying.
Those are the best kind of glitches.
Yeah.
Skate 3 type glitches.
I think like the best way to find glitches is to just absolutely destroy your frame rate. Just like put an FPS limiter on, put it like 1, and just see what happens. I will say like the game's like pretty well like bug free for the host, but as soon as you start going into multiplayer, and I'm also just saying that like not actually testing anything myself, not knowing much about how many bugs or what bugs are in the game, but most of the bugs especially like the quote-unquote good bugs, the fun bugs, are in multiplayer, are from multiplayer. Like,
even so, though, you and me, I don't think we encountered any bugs. In fact, the first actual bug I encountered was in my own single-player save, which was it locks you out of progressing the story. So that's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think me and Joe had a bug-free experience, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I think maybe the only one that you probably can't even consider a bug was the funny, like, if you swim backwards and up, you can see your, like, neck.
Yeah. When you're using the wake maker,
yeah. I did actually notice there was, like, a little bit of a glitch with the, like, batteries, where if you try to, like, switch them out too fast, they would, like, disappear temporarily. You'd have to, like, switch your item out and then switch it back for the battery to come back.
I noticed that sometimes when you tried to remove a battery, even
that
wouldn't work.
Yeah. But yeah, most of the bugs you would really have to like go out of your way trying to find them. At least from our experience. But yeah, they did a really good job.
Indeed. Very much so.
Indeed. Don't know how to make a good segue to this, but the next thing I want to talk about, kind of wrapping.
Dick and balls.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Editor, put some on screen, please.
Everything again.
Editor, me, put some dick and balls on screen, please.
Put the faithful sheriff's dick and balls on screen. Super Mega, where you at?
Yeah. Yeah, the topic I want to talk about is back to wrapping back around to videos. My Payday 2 video is live, which it's been live. We were talking about it last episode. It went live before last episode went live, but it is out, and I wanted to talk about an edit in the video that I wanted to do, but did not make the final cut. And it's not like anything huge. It's not like it wasn't going to be a grand, super epic, funny time edit. It was just me experimenting and trying to do it, but I kind of wanted to talk about it here to, like, kind of, like, if you're at all interested in editing, like, you might find this interesting.
Did you hear that?
I did not.
Sorry.
Your dog exploded.
It made you outside. So maybe.
Yeah. But if you're at all interested in, like, editing, you might find this somewhat interesting. The edit I was trying to do was there was a part in the video where I was going around. You know, there's a Fortnite in the video, and we played Fortnite at the end. A fort. But there was a part in the video where we were going around trying to find like a code or something on a laptop. There wasn't really much of that. You know, I kind of cut most of it out. But there was a specific point where I go up to like a laptop and something comes up on screen. It's like a notepad, and the idea for the edit I had was to kind of
the faithful sheriff's dick and balls on screen.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was trying to do. It didn't go that way, unfortunately, but you know, it's like whatever. No, but I tried to put like a little like I went into Left 4 Dead and I recorded a small clip of me on the parish, and I was like doing like the funny like, alright guys, so we're playing the parish, it's widely requested on Expert Realism. Not actually playing it, it was like a 5-second bit. And I was gonna like put it on the monitor of the laptop. And the reason I didn't do that was because I honestly don't know how. I could have probably looked it up, but too bad. But the way I was trying to do it was I was using the effect of, it's called Basic 3D, and you can edit the tilt and the swivel. That's what it is. The tilt and swivel of the image, and then there's also like the positioning, the scale. I was fucking with all that rotation to try and basically what I was doing. I was keyframing the video. I went through and I cut out, like I put a mask on the video itself, which if you don't know what that is, I basically just cut out a specific section, which is the monitor. I cut out the monitor part, or like in the video, so that it would just, there was nothing there, it was just a black background, and I could put another video underneath it. And that was just to make it clean, not have to worry about trimming the edges of the video every frame. But I went through, keyframed that, and then I was trying to go through and keyframe the little video bit I had onto the image. But the problem was that it wasn't a matter of, like, perspective. Well, it was, but not like the 3D perspective sort of thing I had going on. What I needed to do was transform the image somehow and, like, stretch it and do all this, which I don't know which fucking which one of the 5 billion Adobe things does that. So it's
the dick and balls one.
Yeah, it's the dick and balls one. Editor, put that up on screen.
I think the penis cereal's better.
But I ended up scrapping that because if I would have gone through with yeah, the penis and balls one, I scrapped that edit too. Yeah, that one's gone. I was gonna put a dick and balls in the video. Editor, put that up. And
Editor, put a counter of how many times we say dick and balls. Put a counter of dick and balls on the screen.
Yeah, the one time I wish we actually
dick and balls.
One time I wish we actually hired an editor, because then they would actually have to do it to get paid. Otherwise, we're editing it and we don't want to fucking do that shit.
That's all you, buddy.
Well, I mean, like, if...
That's all you this week.
Yeah, this week. But next week, if we do the same sort of style, it's, you know...
Fuck no.
But... I ended up just getting rid of the clip altogether, because if I would have gone through with trying to do it the way I was doing it, it would have looked really bad. And again, it was only like not even 5 seconds. I was already like 2 hours deep into editing these 5 seconds of video that no one was gonna watch. But I decided, you know, I'm just gonna get rid of it, because I don't want to just make a shitty edit unless it's like, it's supposed to be a shitty edit, of course. The one Left 4 Dead video where I did, like, the Windows Movie Maker style shit. Or, like, whatever. That was purposeful. But I don't really want to make a shitty edit and just say, yeah, fuck it, get it out, just to have the edit. If I'm making an edit, I want it to be done right, so that I can look back on it and be like, yeah, I did that right. I learned how to do that from this experience. And it's, you know, it's good to still do edits like that, even if they do look shit, just, again, so you can get the experience from doing it, know how to do it better next time, or just how to do it in general for the next time. And, you know, go through with it and upload it so you can look back and be like, okay, well, that, you know, this is what I need to improve on from the last one. But, again, I didn't really want to release a fucking real shitty 5-second edit or whatever. But
yeah,
and you know, I want to do that for all my videos. I want to uphold a level of quality editing,
dick and
quote
balls.
unquote. Yeah, a level of dick and balls.
Dick and ballity.
I don't know why you said in my mouth. That's not cool, man. I would never say that.
I don't know why you're putting words in my mouth.
Yeah. How about your dick and balls? Your words out of my mouth, dude. Come on, man.
Stop pulling my dick and balls.
And we're demonetized. Not that we
we're dick and balletized.
Yeah. But, yeah, I like to uphold a level of quality to my videos, however shitty that quality may be.
Indeed.
Oh! Have you had any experiences like that where you tried to implement some sort of edit but ended up just not doing it because of your either inexperience with that style of editing or, like, whatever it may be?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but also, like, at the same time, I am so stubborn that usually I will do whatever I can to figure out that edit anyway.
Yeah, that's how I am most of the time.
The first one that comes to mind is there was an edit that I did for my Ares video, the What's Going On at Ares Corp video, where I looked at a bunch of Gmod maps,
all telling a story. And it was not like, looking back on it, it's extremely simple now. It was basically, I had these 4, I don't even know if this was the edit. I remember there was just one edit that I knew, like, I had spent hours trying to figure out, and then I finally figured it out.
Yeah.
And I refused to give up on it. But the one that I'm thinking of right now, there were 4 panels that appeared on screen, and then, like, they all blink one by one on the screen, and they all blink one by one off the screen, except for one. One stays, and then it zooms into that panel. And then I start talking about oscillographs, because that's what the panel is. I don't think it was that one, because that seems way too simple for me to have been stuck on, but at the same time, like, that was my first video essay I ever edited to that extent, or probably my first video essay in general.
Yeah.
Maybe for the Family Comes First video, where oh, actually, no, well, I can't talk about what it is yet, because this is very hush-hush.
Oh, is it
This
in
is
the...
a
Oh, it's
hush-hush
in the project. Okay.
Yes. But basically, I was trying to figure out how you get... It was either the volume to slowly, like, gradually decrease or increase, or the speed to slowly increase or decrease. I can't remember. But that one, I gave up on.
Yeah.
I ended up having to do it artificially, because I found out that Adobe Premiere Pro doesn't support it at all.
Yeah, I think I remember that. It was the speed of the audio, wasn't it? Because
I think so.
I'm pretty sure I was there, like, while you were trying to figure it out.
Yes. Yes. But that's I think the only reason that is, like, that I wasn't stubborn enough to figure it out was because it's literally not possible in Premiere.
Yeah.
Without doing it the way that I did it. Which is kind of manually, if that makes sense. But Premiere does not support what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I would have had to go in a completely different application. And I'm not stubborn enough to do. I'm not stubborn enough to play a game on Epic Games because it was free that week. What I am stubborn enough to do is, even if that game is free on Epic Games, I'll still pay for it when it's 75% off on Steam.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the only one that comes to mind.
Indeed.
The one I was thinking of for Family Comes First was that one where I'm talking about the ways in which all of Afton's kids died, and the way that it kind of reflects in the movie. And I show the different death scenes, and they all freeze at a certain point. I couldn't figure out how to do that for probably like 2 hours in a way that, like, properly worked, because the effects were stacking up so high that it was, like, genuinely getting impossible.
Yeah. Indeed. But real quick, going back to what you were saying about the
Dalls.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Editor, put it on the screen. But going back to the thing you were talking about, the first little.
You gotta have the faithful sheriff image, but, like, just cropped slightly above.
I'm telling you now, I don't care enough to go through, and every time I say editor, put dick and balls up on the screen, do that. I'm not. I don't care enough.
I don't blame you one bit.
But yeah, go back to the first edit you were talking about, where you were saying, like, you're like, oh yeah, this is the thing I was stuck on, but, like, it couldn't have been, because that's such a simple thing. Oh, I just double potioned, that's unfortunate. But you're like, oh yeah, I can't be, it's hard to believe I was stuck on that, because it's just such a simple edit. But at the same time, like, all, like, not all, but, like, a lot of the edits that, at least for me, I think are, like, very simple, I struggle with, or I didn't know how to do at some point, so it was, it's like me, like, however many years ago when I first started editing, like, if I looked forward at, like, what I have now, I'd be like, how the fuck did I do that?
That's fair.
And I find it like very very entertaining to go back to like old videos, especially like when I didn't have oh, I died. But when I didn't have like that experience and like seeing the edits I did or like what I tried to do to imitate the edit, it's very interesting to go back and look at times like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and another one I can think of is for my video essay on horror games. The intro to that one where it's like the TV screen.
Yeah.
That one was very difficult for me to figure out because the vision I had in my head was just not lining up with my abilities. And eventually I figured out a way that I really liked and that really worked. And if I would have done it the way I had approached, it would have been fucking horrible. It would have looked like absolute hot dog shit, garbage, dick, and balls.
Yeah. I never put it on screen.
With stink lines.
Like years from now, someone's gonna go through this episode and actually like edit it the way we keep saying to edit it.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
If this channel still exists. But no, I was originally gonna have like this stock image of a TV, and that was going to be how I did the screen. And I did end up still using that stock image, but only as a border. I could have very easily done without it, but I ended up blacking out the entire thing, and then using just like the rim of the TV as a border, because it had like rounded edges, rounded corners, I should say. And I ended up figuring it out in a completely different way that looked infinitely better than how it would have looked for how I originally wanted to do it. And that intro ended up turning out really well,
Indeed.
I think. Do you know which one it is, Joe?
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking of?
It was like, I think it was like Lethal Company content in the background or whatever, and it had just Savo across it.
Yeah, it was a few different games. It was Silent Hill. It was Silent Hill 2. It was one of the game. I think two of the games that I covered for that video. Concrete Tremor and I can't remember the name of the other one. Both were in the Mike Kludnicka collection.
Yeah.
That he put out just for free. And then Lethal Company at the end, and then Enjoy, and then the border fades out, and then there was so much, like an unbelievable amount of fuckery that went into that whole intro. Immediately after follows the intro of that collection of games. When you open it, there's this box with a combination, and the combination gets put in, and the lid opens, and a couple games come out, and that's how you select which game you want to play.
Yeah.
But I pulled a lot of fuckery, not only for that TV intro. There's a tower of effects in the Premiere project file that probably doesn't exist anymore, but
yeah.
And then there's the way that I manipulated that game intro sequence, where I used black boxes, because the background of it is black. I used black boxes to block out any of the control hints or anything like that, or prompts. And at the same time, really had to play with how things move in that menu.
Mm-hmm.
But it ended up working really well, and I think Pyrocynical did the same thing. I think he covered it as well. But yeah, no, there was a lot of fuckery behind that edit. That's one of the ones that, like, if I was stuck on, then I would absolutely believe it. I would know why.
Mm-hmm.
But like the thing of like just zooming out and using 4 clips on top of each other while slowly flickering each of them off, like I don't know. It's really weird to think of me having trouble with that. I want to look at what videos I had before then and see, but I would have thought that by then I would have had that down already. But I mean, there is a first time for everything, you know?
Indeed.
It's a first time for every edit. It was before expert realism. Right? Yes, it was right before expert realism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was actually right after the first Left 4 Dead video I put out. Which... No, sorry, the second one.
Mm-hmm.
But that video before the Ares video is definitely my favorite Left 4 Dead video. Where?
I'm dying.
But yeah, no, I guess it is possible. It's not my first video essay. My Elden Ring one and my Metro one were both before that.
Indeed.
I had little bite-sized ones that were literally just, like, yeah, this was for my digital video class in high school, and I just posted it to YouTube as well because I liked the way it turned out.
Indeed.
It's weird to think about the evolution of my editing skills, I guess.
Indeed.
Experience, I'll say. That's a better word. Less self-serving word. But yeah.
Damn it.
No, I really can't think of one that I just gave up on.
Mm-hmm. I think I have like a few I've just given up on, but I never really thought about them too much because I think most of the time it's just like an idea, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that, and then like I try it briefly, and I'm like, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, and then I just like stop because I genuinely can't figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I'm too stubborn.
Yeah.
Far too stubborn.
I do that sometimes, where it's, I do the thing where like I look at it, I forget which exactly. There's definitely been a few times where I'm just like, how to do the thing in Premiere Pro, and then I find like some like short of this dude like, so this is how you do this thing in Premiere Pro, and you do it like
and it helps you get it started and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh fuck, what was it? It was I forget the original video I did it for, but I did it again for, I think, my most recent Expert Realism video, where it was just like having like text on screen, and not necessarily like a cool transition for it, but like that was like part of the tutorial as well. But it was mostly I had the tutorial for like filling the word with like another color, and like because I had there was like I think it was at the very end of the intro for the video. I have it like, or no, I think it was at it was like right before the montage of the intro, I think. And I said expert realism, and then like it popped up on screen, and then realism slowly like had like an effect, like it was filling with like blood or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember, because I remember looking up the same video I did as like, or like the same tutorial I used for like another video, but I can't remember which video I used. It might have been Absolutely Horrid Monster Thing, actually, now that I think about it. Because I did like a little thing with the like words coming into the video on that, but I didn't use like the fill or anything. I just had them bounce on the screen or whatever the fuck, cartoonishly. But that's like, I think, no, that's definitely not the only time I've looked up a tutorial or something how to do it, but like how to do something in Premiere, but it's the only one I can remember.
Yeah. Good question. At some point, I know, like if it ever does, God forbid, happen, it'll be a very long time from now, but I would love for one day we can do a Stenchcast episode live and
oh yeah,
Q&A sort of thing.
Yeah, honestly, I mean,
it'd be really fun.
I want to say it's almost possible because I mean honestly it is possible. It just wouldn't. It probably couldn't be Stenchcast. Yeah. Because if I like start up a live stream on my channel, I mean I'd have to like do a few to like get my viewers back. But I've had like enough viewers in the chat to like have like a sort of Q&A thing, and especially if I like make a post or something like, oh yeah, we're doing a Q&A, like people will be like, oh okay, well I might actually tune into the stream, even though I don't like usually do streams. They'll tune in to actually do a Q&A.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like I think closer than you think in terms of possibility.
Yeah, but we would definitely have to advertise it like on our channels.
Well, yeah.
Without a doubt.
Thunder!
But yeah, that would be a pretty cool thing to do.
Indeed.
Oh my goodness. Is there anything else you have then?
Just that, like, there are some edits that I've made that I wish, or at least like some videos that I wish I would have been a little more thorough on. That I just kind of settled for. Like with the Ares video, there are some parts of the script that I just, especially, we'll go to my first Elden Ring video.
Yeah.
Some parts of the script where I wish I would have just like, it's so easy to do a reread of that one specific sentence.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And that's happened a few times. And it's something I've made a habit of now, where if I don't like a given read of something and it's not funny, it doesn't go in.
Indeed.
Like for the Family Comes First video, there's a horrific fucking voice crack. It's the most replayed part of the video on the statistics. It is fucking horrible, but I left it in because my reaction to it was fucking funny.
Yeah.
The environments, god damn.
Yeah, that's it. And you know, it got a lot of engagement with the video because so many people like went back and was like, oh, that was funny, or like they skipped to that part like after finishing the video or something, or they just go to the video specifically to watch the funny voice crack part.
Yeah.
But yeah, that definitely gets a lot of engagement. And
I
go
don't
ahead.
know why you would ever take advice on YouTube from us, but like at least at this moment,
Because we're awesome.
In like 10 years, when we both got a million, billion, jillion subscribers, then it'll be a little more believable. But if there's ever something you are unsure of the quality when it comes to your video, like you think that it could be done better, always go back and do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how tedious it is. If it's like a really long thing, then it's something that you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons of. Like, can you live with this thing? But if it's something that's like very easily changeable and it's just like, yeah, this would slightly up the quality just a little bit, do it.
Indeed. But going back to what you're saying about like recording the voice lines, like I mean I know I don't do like video essays or anything, but I have done videos where I do I'll do like voiceovers in videos. Specifically, what I'm thinking of is my Left 4 Dead doing the funny gnome, you know, getting the gnome on expert realism with just the pistol. I did a lot of like voiceover for that. I don't remember jack shit about that video, and I can't wait to go back and rewatch it at some point and be like, man, I was fucking funny.
That's one of the best parts about YouTube as well, is like every project you're currently working on, unless it's, for me, expert realism, where it feels like a fucking drag anymore, which I don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But,
Unless.
no. No, unless. Editor, put dick and balls on the screen right now.
Editor, put dick on balls.
No, but, like,
don't even remember what the fuck I was saying now. God. Oh yeah. Every video when you start it and finish it feels like your new masterpiece, your new magnum opus. And then you move on to the next one, and that becomes your magnum opus. And you don't remember a fucking thing about the last one. You might remember key moments of, you know, hey, I remember editing this. I had a lot of difficulty with it. Hey, I remember consulting my friend about whether this looked good. I can remember a lot about my Family Comes First video, but at the same time, that's still pretty fresh in my mind.
Yeah, I remember hey man, can I sniff your shovel?
Yeah. No, but I remember talking with Joe through a lot of my decisions because I knew it was going to be a big fucking video, and I wanted to make sure that it lived up to my standards. There was a lot of things that I remember consulting Scope on, the maker of the fucking movie, when it came to the thumbnail, the heading, the title, everything. There are a lot of conversations I remember, but the thing I remember the most about Family Comes First is when I started. I remember like having just such an intense, burning passion for it. And those are the best kinds of videos.
Oh yeah.
But I don't remember a whole lot else, you know?
Yeah.
I remember the edits that I had trouble with, but that's about it.
Yep.
I don't remember fucking anything about editing expert realism besides what Joe just reminded me of.
Yeah. That's like
I don't
the
remember
most
anything
memorable
about
moment for me.
Yeah.
It's not even in my video.
I don't remember editing Repo or really even what makes a good horror game. You know, I don't remember a whole lot about editing my Ares video. But that's the nice part about it is that forgetfulness allows you to go back and watch it with fresh eyes.
Indeed.
Which is also great for just, you know, this is what I could do better.
Yeah, and every time I rewatch Expert Realism, I am reminded that, holy fuck, we were funny.
The fact that you keep saying war is really saddening.
Well, that's because we haven't played Left 4 Dead Expert Realism yet, so... Or anymore.
Yeah. I was gonna say, don't say yet. Dick and balls. I'm not doing it. Dick and balls on screen right now.
Editor, in the future, cut back to this moment whenever we are playing it.
Yeah.
Playing it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, because I like to go back and rewatch some of my videos every so often, like when I'm working out, and then I'll just like be watching, and something will catch me off guard. Like just some fucking stupid edit, and I'm like, what? How? When did this happen? I don't remember this. This is fucking funny as shit.
I don't remember being that funny.
Yeah.
It's like, this couldn't have been made.
Yeah. But it is truly great.
Yeah. Damn.
Damn.
Dick and balls on screen.
Right now. Editor, you know what to do. Just fuck you on screen.
Amen.
Yeah. But if that's all we have about editing, I have one last thing to end off the episode here with. Very, very short and not so sweet, but a very short topic here. So as some of you might know, over the winter times, I don't know. We definitely didn't talk about it in Stenchcast. I don't think I talked about it last episode, which, whatever. I don't think... I might have talked about it on some streams, but that's about it. But, so, like, if I did, then very, very few of you know, of the already few of you watching, that over the winter time, me and some friends played funny Ark Survival Ascended.
Oh yeah.
And it was a good fun. Like I like Ark. It was unfortunate I had to re-fucking buy the game. You know, well, that's a whole other can of worms to get into there. Them just re-releasing the game. But you know, reluctantly bought it, and honestly had a good time. I think I actually did end up putting like maybe like 100 and some hours in the game over the course of like a couple months there. So it was definitely worth it, in my opinion. Will I go back to it? I don't know, because just the other day, we logged on, me and Grossman. You'll never know his name. Well, I didn't log on.
Dick and balls on screen right now.
On Grossman's face. Show his face and his address and his name, but blur it. Put Dick and balls over his name. So
Don't blur the Dick and balls.
Yeah, no.
And it has to be the faithful sheriff's Dick and balls. Get him over here.
Yeah. Editor enhance. Screenshot.
Enhance Dick and balls.
Enhance Dick and balls, please.
Fucking CSI edit.
It's the fucking Dick and balls episode.
I wish we could call it that in the title.
I call it the Bick and Dalls.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'll name it something funny.
Dear job.
Dear job. But
Dear basketball.
yeah, so Grossman logged on the other day, and you know, we haven't really actually like played the game since I want to say like maybe February, possibly March, not even. Like we really just kind of fell out of, you know, wanting to play it. But you know, with Ark, you know, being on, like I said, we played on a PvE server. So I mean, PvP is just like the most awful experience unless you're like actually try-harding the fuck out of it, which I just don't like doing. So PvE it was great experiences on PvE. I think I've told some some stories of old Ark servers. I told some Dick and ball stories. But I still might like bring it up maybe next episode or something. Like go back and reminisce about some of the old Ark servers I used to play on. Because it was pretty fun. But this server, you know, another PvE server, and so you gotta log back on to like make sure your base doesn't fucking disappear, because after like a certain amount of time, people can go up and just erase your base, because you know it's a good way to not have servers fill up. Because if you're not playing for like X amount of time, like you're probably not getting back on anytime soon, you know, make room for other players to get on these servers. I understand, but it's also really disheartening whenever you put that much time and effort into it and it just gets fucking wiped from the face of the earth. But, I mean, that's just the nature of the game, and it's unfortunate that, you know, you can't really do much about it unless you play a fucking single-player world or some shit, or host, like, your own server, which is, like, we tried doing that at one point, but it's not the same. Like, I think a huge part of the, like, Ark server experience, and arguably Grossman's favorite part, is just the actual buffoonery and tomfoolery that goes on in the text chats of those servers, of just the most random fucking people spewing the most absolute nonsensical bullshit known to man. But also, like, being able to, like, trade with other people is very nice. Being like, oh yeah, I can buy a dino off this person, or, you know, you can join, like, another server and, like, do, like, bosses. That's what me and Grossman did. We went into, like, a Discord server of this community and went on, and they just did boss runs for people. Like, you just join and you do the boss run, which unlocks recipes for you, and it's really cool. Like, you miss out on that stuff if you do, like, a locally hosted server, or, like, a single-player world. And a single-player world is just, I mean, come on. You gotta play with friends. It's just a better experience with most games.
Yeah.
But, yeah, as I was saying, you know, we got out of playing it, and we had to, like, log back on every so often to keep the world up. And that stopped happening after a certain point. And the other day, Grossman logs on, and he notices that the first thing he notices is that his base is full of wyverns and RGs and all these dinosaurs that just aren't his at all. You know, you hover over them, there's no, like, name or anything, it's just fucking like the very tiny red
Digging
text.
balls.
Yeah, it's just digging balls. Editor, put it up on screen. Very tiny red text indicating that like this is someone else's dinosaur. Like it has like the tribe name or whatever the fuck. And he was like, "Oh, this is not cool." What was happening was there was some guy went into his base because he had like some openings in the base for like his dinosaurs to get in and out and such. And I'm fucking retarded. I forgot about this vine here. But you know, the guy swooped into his base, saw like the timer for demolishing his base was approaching 0, so he lined up all these dinosaurs in his base to loot his entire base once it expires. But he got on just in time to thwart the attack. The attack being his base crumbling into dust because it's been, whatever, 15 days or whatever. And he goes outside to realize that everyone else in the tribe was not as lucky.
Yeah.
If you build your bases out of different materials, they last different lengths of time. And for my base, it was made out of stone, whereas Grossman's was made out of metal. I did have some metal platforms, but all of my cryo fridges holding all of my dinosaurs were on stone platforms. And it was gone. Unfortunately.
Someone watching this is like nodding their head, like, oh yeah, know the feeling, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Kicking balls on screen.
Yeah. It's also bold of you to assume someone's actually watching this and also watching up until this point, the very end of the episode. But
Very
I
fair.
appreciate your enthusiasm, and we'll keep going. We'll finish up the story here.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went outside, discovered everything was gone. And it's kind of sucked, which, I mean, it's happened multiple times before where, you know, lost the base. But, you know, it sucks. I don't know if Grossman's going to keep up with the base. He said he might try to. If not, oh well, it's not that big of a deal. He also went and messaged some of the people on the server. Again, another thing you can't do unless you're on a server. He went and messaged some of the people on the server. I think he had them on Discord. And they were like someone who helped out with some things for us, and they just help out everyone on that, like, the Ark server. And so he messaged them and was like, alright, yeah, so I'm actually stupid. I just forgot how to play this game. But he messaged them and was like, yeah, if we just give you all of our shit, like, will you just keep us in mind next time? Like, if we get back on and want to, like, start over, you can just give us some starting shit or something.
Yeah.
Which, that'd be cool, because I right now, I have absolutely no desire to ever play that game again. But I know I will at some point. I'll be like, alright, yeah, it's that time. It's time to play Ark. It's everywhere. And I'll play Ark. But that time is not going to be for a while. Unfortunately. Not unfortunately. Actually, probably fortunately. I can actually focus on doing other shit with my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I got to talk about. Do you got anything else to add? The end of the episode here?
Nah, that's a good place to leave off.
Indeed, I think today was a pretty good episode. Thank you everyone for tuning in, watching Stenchcast. Well, if you did, I don't think many people did, but if you did, you're a real one. If you made it to the end of the video, comment dick and balls. We'll know you made it to the end of the video. It's the only way.
If Thief Man Bung is watching this, then you know he will.
Yeah. Even if he is, I don't honestly expect him to get to the end. But, you know, it's just... But maybe he will, you know? Maybe...
You have
maybe
little
we'll
faith in
surprise.
our soldier.
I have little faith in our fucking podcast. But however little faith I have in it, today was a good episode. I hope everyone enjoyed the like 2 funny edits I did. Because
If you remember to do them.
I will. I won't. I'm not gonna do the dick and balls. I'm not gonna do any of that. But the other edits I will do.
Yeah.
But
I
thank
hope
you.
they enjoyed seeing my dogs in the last episode.
Yeah, I hope they enjoyed seeing my dick and balls in this episode. Why did you not save? Save. There we go. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in to the Stenchcast today. We hope you enjoyed. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us individually on our YouTube channels, which is probably where you came from, so you don't need to look for them. Unless you somehow stumbled upon Stenchcast first and made it to the end of this episode for whatever reason, and don't know that we have individual channels, even though that's what like half the things we talked about today are own individual videos. If so, you might want to get something checked out because you might be a little slow. But join the club, so welcome aboard. Yeah, we have individual channels, plenty of videos to come out. And it's gonna be a good time. Hope you stick with us and give us a reason to actually continue making these fucking shitty videos, and shitty podcast episodes, and shitty everything else we do.
Yeah.
But we'll see you guys in the next episode next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Dick and balls, dick and balls. Dick and balls and dick and balls. Dick and balls and dick and balls. Dick and balls and dick and balls. It's the new outro song.
Yeah, thanks for recording that for me.